I think we're live. Set that in the holder there. All right, so we're live. Welcome tonight on this August 9th, 2023. It is 9:46 p.m. Central Time in Minnesota. Many other places. I hope you all had a wonderful Wednesday. I had a great day. I had a getting stuff done around here, gardening and all that kind of good stuff. I been canning a lot, so I put in 2 more shelves in my cupboards. Added more shelves so I can stock more canned goods in there. Get nice and stocked up. So anyway, yep, August 9th, we're getting right through August. Got lot of crickets real loud behind me chirping. I just love that. Anyway, yep, just getting some summer things done. Actually, I'm gonna have to get a book to put my camera up on. Be up a little higher. There we go. And that should do it. Oops, almost timed myself out. What the heck there? All right, that'll work. All right. Anyway, so I just pulled up a picture, but anyway, I'll show it later. So yes, that is the plan for tonight is called the Canaanite god Moloch. Almost everybody's heard of Moloch. If you've and you definitely would recognize his picture if he was in a lineup in a mugshot. He's the one actually on my thumbnail. And so, yep, the big bull-looking thing with the fire that they pass the children through it. They put the kids in the fire in the bull's lap or belly or whatever it is, and sacrifice their children to get stuff, I guess. Still going on today, one way or the other, one form or another, to appease the gods so they get stuff, I guess. Anyway, a big one, a big Canaanite god, a big god for and mentioned in the Bible actually by name a few times, actually twice I think by name, and the rest just referencing, putting your children into the fire to sacrifice to gods, fertility or crops or whatever. I can't remember for sure for fertility, because that's a little strange. Like, get rid of one kid so you're hoping for a bunch more. I don't know how that works. If you want kids, why would you get rid of any? You know what I mean? Anyway, but you know what? It must work because they did it for thousands of years and still doing it. Like I said, one form or another, they're still doing that. Yeah, weird. I'm going to show this picture. This is the hole that hawk left when he went through my window. Anyway, crazy. It was a hawk. Big hawk went through my window. Kind of looks like the Twitter bird. It looks like it could be the head, the beak. Here's the right wing hanging down. The chest. Here's the tail. And here's the left wing, his left wing up here. Looks like a bird flying. Or he could, I don't know, could have had his wings out, and this is his head. It's his feet. I don't know. It looks more like his head here. I don't know, though. I never saw a bird go through a window. That was a gigantic bird. It was a hawk. And it died. Landed in a bucket. It's the craziest thing, man. Actually, it landed in a clay pot, or like a clay pot. So anyway. So, well, that's the plan for tonight. Another Canaanite God. Oh man, I'm getting tired all of a sudden because I'm sitting down and just feel getting tired. Yeah, getting my second wind here. Look out, guys. I'm trying to get a second wind here. Look out. There we go. All right. And actually, over the winter, the snow was so big that it actually broke one of the other windows. The window down here. This one down here is broke too from all the snow. The snow was so high, it was like shoulder height, and it busted through the window because it was so much. Anyways, I got 2 broken windows now, which I'm going to try to get them fixed before the snow flies. The other one is plexiglass. That was expensive. It was like $45 at the time. And now it's like $90 because I called and asked. Well, actually, it's like $70. I needed one just a little bit bigger. So yeah, that would be about $70. Gone up quite a bit in 3 years since before COVID. So everything's gone up. It's quite a lot of money for a piece of plexiglass. Anyway, this is actually the last window that he broke. So, or she, whatever it was. Oh, my dog! It was so funny. My dog Caleb was barking and barking, going crazy today, and over by the woodshed. So anyway, I went over there, and it was one of the little baby kittens. The wild cats had a I went into one of the buildings I don't usually go in, and there was a cat in there with kittens in a box up on a shelf, and the cat did not like that. I got a little video of it, and the next day they were gone. She had moved them, and well, anyway, she moved them all the way up to this woodshed by my house, and anyway, the little cat was hissing. Must be 5, 6 weeks old. It was hissing, doing a little spider dance at Spencer. It was hissing and standing its ground. Tiny little gray kitten, man, standing its ground. Then it ran into the woodshed. There's a little space under the door it fit into. So anyway, so that's where she moved them over to the next building over. Because I don't ever go in either one of those buildings, and so she didn't take a chance. Once she got discovered. So anyway, now they're out walking around. So anyway, it was cute. Tiny little gray kitten. It's a wild cat. So anyway, I got food out there. I got the camera, and I'm gonna see if the other wildcats are already eating out of it. But I'm gonna see if she gets these kittens over here. That would be cute. Anyway, it's just gonna be. I mean, I would like to trap them and get them spayed and neutered or whatever. So they don't have more wild babies. It's kind of sad because it's it's all fun here in the summer, but in the winter it's brutal. And they just don't need more wild cats that don't have food and stuff. Freezing. Anyway, so I hope y'all had a good day. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue with the Canaanite God series. The big ones, anyway. There's at least 24 we could do, but I think we're not going to do all the little ones. We're just going to go over the big ones. Moloch is a huge one. Huge. And most people have heard of Moloch. That's crazy, man. Oh, I'm going to shut that light off because it's shining on there. Alright. That's a little better. You got no reflection there. Alright, yeah, so that's a hole in my window from the hawk. Crazy. Yeah, so here is Moloch Bible verses. And anyway, we're going to go through a bunch of stuff. So let me get back over on my page. There we are. All right, yeah. So Canaanite god Moloch. So that's the plan for tonight. Let me. That's my dog getting up out of a nap. All right. So let's start over here with Moloch. See what he looks like. Everybody knows what it looks like. It's the big thing sitting in the chair. They also do the owl too, which reminds me of the Bohemian Grove. You know what I'm saying? Where they had that big 40-foot owl with the flames and the sacrifices. Anyway, so let's just take a look at the typical images of Moloch. I guess that most people have seen this before. The big thing where they might sacrificing their children. Looks like a frog. That looks like a frog face to me. Maybe it's a bull. A bull. Oh, here's one. This one looks like an alien. Oh, crap. What just happened? Oh. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Did I just do something? Oh, crap. Hold on a second. What just happened? Uh-uh. It says no signal. What is going on here? Did I just... Alright, hold on a second. Marlene. Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. The source got hit. Let me see. It's so hard to see. Alright, I know what happened. Okay, source. Yeah, the source got hit. Hold on a second. Picture source. There it is. HDMI. Okay, I think we got it back. Phrasing. Anyway, so malfunction of the. Hey, Grace, how you doing tonight? Good to see Grace in here tonight. Hope you had a wonderful Minnesota day. I mean, it couldn't be nicer weather. Man, it was so nice. Perfect for working outside. Which I did. I got all kinds of projects going on outside. Sorry about that. Good to see you tonight, Grace. Hope all is well. There you go. All right. Yes, we've all seen this of Moloch. Look at the baby. That looks like a frog. This one looks like an alien. This is what I was trying to show. It looks like an alien. Actually, it looks like Aleister Crowley picture of Lamech. Remember Lamech, the Aleister Crowley's picture? It looks like a Lamech, doesn't it? I think that was Aleister Crowley's drawing. Anyway, good to see you. Welcome. We're just going to talk about one of the big popular Canaanite gods, Moloch, which is in the Bible. Oh, lamb. Thank you. What did I say? Can't remember. But yeah, lamb. Lam. Yeah, lamb. Didn't that look like it? Lamb. Like, if you just, instead of the horns, you just cut the horns off, it looks like that big forehead he had. If you just join the horns together. Look at that. Looks like lamb, doesn't it? Looks like him, doesn't it? Anyway. What about that 40-foot owl at Bohemian Grove? The big, like that's a Moloch thing going on there too. Anyway, here you go. Here's Obama and Biden with Moloch as a guest speaker in the White House. It did look like lamb, didn't it? Oh, and look at this one. A lot of people feel like this is a child sacrifice. Yeah. Yeah, here he is. Oh, here he is. Guest speaker at the White House. Anyway, he's pretty popular. Canaanite sex gods. Moloch, of course. Baal, Ugarit from Lorve, and something else. Looks like a, I don't know, piece of Swiss cheese. All right. So, yeah, so we're going to talk a little about Moloch. Like I said, he's one of the popular ones people have heard of. The child sacrifice and all that kind of stuff. He's giving a press conference. Yes, he is, because he's still popular today. I mean, look, he's in the White House. There's not many people get to go there. So he was popular then, and he's still popular now. You know what I'm saying? Moloch, the ancient pagan god of child sacrifice. Oh, they got him chained to the wall on that one. Uh-oh. You can break those chains. Yeah, you can break those chains. So yeah, this is what used to go on. Still does. Still does, one way or the other. Anyway. Look at that. That is weird. It says Moloch of marijuana. Hash. Not marijuana. It says Moloch of marijuana. Hash. Marijuana and hemp. And it's the Moloch marijuana. Oh, you know what? I think they're trying to say in this dollar bill, I think, I don't know, but I think the little owl, there's an owl up in the dollar bill. I think it's up in that corner up there. I can't remember where it is. There's an owl also referencing Moloch too. I looked at a channel when a woman was saying she hoped she was pregnant so she could unalive it. Oh no, really? Yeah. Yeah, because I mean that's where you go right there, bam. That's Moloch worship. To child sacrifice, and then she'd like get a big prize or something. I guess. Can you imagine people doing this? And I mean, usually, of course, back then the baby was alive. You know what I mean? But they're babies. I think they're usually baby, and I think it was like the firstborn. But anyway, we'll get into that. Because you only have one firstborn. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's very sad. Yeah, I've seen some really wicked stuff on. Yeah, yeah, I've heard people saying that a lot lately. Like instead of doing a death threat, they'll say I'm going to unalive you or something. Or people unalive themselves, or, you know what I mean? I've heard some people getting threatened with that word. Must be the new wheelhouse word, huh? So anyway, so that's the plan, Stan. It does look like lame. I said Lamech. It was lamb. Wow, that's close. Lamech. I said Lamech. I just remembered. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody's kind of got free to do what they. Each person's free to do what they want. Um, it's just something I wouldn't do, but uh, everybody's got their own choice, I guess. Trying to shrink this picture down. I don't know how it got full blast like that. Oh my goodness. Aztec snakes, God. This is weird. This is a picture that I found. It seems like a play on lamb versus yeah, lamb versus lamb, sacrificial lamb. Yep, here's Moloch the cat. This is one on my thumbnail. Canaanite bull god associated with child sacrifice. And this is the Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec snake god associated with human sacrifice. Look at that thing. Oh my goodness. What are those tacos coming out of his head? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna, yeah, I think a lot of it is a play on names. I mean, so Moloch in the Bible, Moloch is in the Bible. Like I think I saw it twice where it was mentioned. Here, I'll show you real quick. Here's where I saw it mentioned, at least with the name Moloch, because it might have been under another name. But Amos, in the book of Amos 5:26. Oh, see that? It says, "But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch, and chewing your images, the star of your God, which you made to yourselves." And you know what? Almost not exact, but very close. Repeated in the book of Acts 7:43. Yeah, listen, in this, wow, and this is closely related with yes, I did say tacos. I actually had a burrito. It was pretty good. Mountain tomatoes and lettuce out of my garden. So you got, because the New Testament really does repeat a lot of the Old Testament quotes, you know what I mean? So Amos 5:26, you bore in the tabernacle of your Moloch and chewing your images, the star of your God, that's Remphan, which is also the pentagram, which you made to yourselves. Acts almost repeats it pretty close. Yeah, you took up the, look at that. You took, same thing, you took up the tabernacle of Moloch, the star of your God Remphan, which is the star of David, is Ra-El, Isis, Ra and El, figures which ye made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond. I will carry you away beyond Babylon. Yeah, you thought Babylon is far? This is going to go beyond Babylon. All right, whatever that means. Yeah, it does look like he had tacos on his head. Maybe a little partial to tacos. Let's see here. Yeah, this one here. I'm not sure. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is. I like tacos. It's very strange though. These are them old drawings though. And that looks like kind of like an Ankh. Anyway, that's more of a Aztec. Which, hey, you know what I mean? Pretty close. Pretty close relatives there. All right. So Moloch in the Bible. Moloch, also Malak. Malak. Malcolm or Malcolm. This is from Bible a Total Reflection or something like that. Moloch in the Bible, Bible 21. Let's see. Yeah, they were the hard shells. Yeah. I love hard shells. 99 out of 100 times I'm hard shells. But I'm doing soft shells for a change. I love hard shells. All right, Moloch. Moloch. Remember we had somebody on named Moloch? Anyway, Moloch, Malcolm in the middle. Malcolm. These are their names for Moloch. Moloch, Malcolm. Malcolm in the middle. Is the biblical name of the Canaanite god associated with youth and child sacrifice by means of fire. He was considered the symbol of the purifying fire. Many scholars considered that it was the same Baal presented with another of his names. It was represented with the figure of the sacred bull, or under the human figure with the head of a calf, seated on a throne, and with a crown or a symbol of royalty. The newborn children were the sacrifices preferred by Moloch, as they were considered innocent beings with greater matter. So the younger, the more innocent. Once they get naughty, they're not as valuable to him, I guess. All right. You probably can't. It's probably too small to see anyway. In the temples, people worshipped this god, represented with a huge bronze statue with arms extended to receive its victims. The most terrifying feature was its open mouth that led into a huge furnace of burning flames, where its victims were consumed by the fire that burned in its belly. Oh, you've heard that, right? It burns in my belly. Burning flames that burned in its belly. During the ceremony of the sacrifice, the mothers threw their own living children into the burning furnace, and the priests of Moloch started to play trumpets and drums in order to avoid mothers hearing the desperate cries of their babies being consumed by the fire. So, yes, they had people standing by to play trumpets and beat drums so you couldn't hear the baby cry as much. The prophet Jeremiah mentions the sacrifices made to the pagan god Moloch. Quote, and they build the high places of Baal, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire unto Moloch, which I commanded them not. Neither came into my mind that they should do this abomination to cause Judah to sin. And that's Jeremiah 32:35. God had warned the people not to participate in the pagan customs of the Canaanites and not to worship Moloch, as this type of worship was an offense to God in Leviticus 18:21. Furthermore, anyone who gave a son as an offering to Moloch had to be stoned to death, according to Leviticus 22:5. However, the people did not pay attention to the Lord's warnings, and for their disobedience, they had to suffer terrible consequences. That is a weird ad there. Just by thinking of the Moloch in 2021, just by thinking of the terrible cult that was offered to Moloch, we can feel outrage or disgust. But can we even think of those who participated in such things as most ignorant and cruel people in the world? However, when contrasting this act with the you know what, not a big difference. That's the metal mouth, gold teeth. That's crazy. Anyway, that's that picture I showed about the place, you know what I mean? Anyway, so that is the end of that article. He was the trivia all-star. Oh, you talk about Malak Judah? Yes, I just thought about him the other day. He was very good. He was very good. And he got a job working nights, or got a job, I don't know, maybe it was an early job, but he got a job working yeah, did you see that? Look like oh, that guy in the movies with the gold teeth. Um but anyway. But yeah, he was very good at Bible trivia. Malak Judah. But Malak also meant messenger, right? Malak. Anyway. All right, so let me see. Next one. All right. Viewer discretion is advised. All right. So all right. The true history of Moloch, the ancient god of child sacrifice. Perhaps no pagan deity was reviled as Moloch, a god whose cult reportedly sacrificed children in a furnace set aside in the belly of a bronze bull. Throughout antiquity, sacrifice might have been utilized in times of great strife, but one cult stands out from the rest for its brutality: the cult of Moloch, the alleged Canaanite god of child sacrifice. The cult of Moloch, or Moloch, is said to have boiled children alive in the bowels of a big bronze statue, the body of a man and the head of a bull. Offerings, at least according to some inscriptions in the Hebrew Bible, were to be reaped through either fire or war. And it's rumored that devotees can still be found to this day. Rumored. I'll have to check into those rumors. Who is Moloch and who prayed to him? This is another one that you see a lot. That is like these little window things. Not really sure. Those are vents or what? Or little ovens or something. I don't know. Probably don't want to know. Anyway, here's where they feed the fire. But this one is, you'll see this one a lot. It's so weird. It's got the human body with the service dog. All right. Service dog for veterans. Anyway, that's where that popped up. 18th century depiction of Moloch idol. Yeah, so this is from the 1700s. This is an old one that you'll see a lot. Yeah, from the 1700s. Yeah, the idol Moloch was 7 chambers or chapels. It was believed these statues had 7 chambers, one of which was reserved for child sacrifices. So I was just thinking, I'm not sure how they get up there. It must not be that big. This just must be like regular steps. So it must not be that big. It must be big enough. There's a mosquito in here. Darn it. Oh, it got in here. Anyway. Although historically and archaeologically, communities still debate Moloch's identity and influence, he seems to have been a god of the Canaanites, which was a religion born out of the combination of ancient Semitic faiths. What's known about Moloch largely comes from Judaic texts outlawing the worship of him and the writings of ancient Greek and Roman authors. The cult of Moloch is still believed to have been practiced by the people of the Levant region. Actually, we saw that on the map. Remember that ancient map that I had? Yeah, it also means king. Yep, you're right. You're right. All right, Levant region from at least the early Bronze Age, and images of his bullish head and a child burning in his belly persist until the medieval times. His name likely derives from the Hebrew word melech, which usually stands for king, like Grace just said. Yep, king. There's also references to a moloch in ancient Greek translations of old Judaic texts as well. These date back to the Second Temple period between 516 BC and 70s AD. Therefore, Second Temple of Jerusalem was destroyed, or before the Second Temple was destroyed. Wow. Here's stone slabs in the Tophet of Salambo, which was covered by a vault built in the Roman period. This is one of the Tophets. Carthaginians would sacrifice children and Moloch most frequently referred to in Leviticus. Here's a passage from Leviticus condemning child sacrifice. We've all heard this one. Do not allow any of your children to be offered to Moloch. Passages in Kings, Isaiah, and Jeremiah also refer to a Tophet, which has been defined as both a location in ancient Jerusalem where there was a special bronze statue internally heated by fire, or the statue itself, into which children were apparently thrown for sacrifice. Medieval French rabbi Shlomo Yatskatsky, otherwise known as Rashi, wrote an extensive commentary on these passages in 12th century as he wrote, Tophet is Moloch, which was made of brass, and they heated him from the lower parts, and his hands being stretched out and made hot, they put the child between his hands, and it was burnt. And when it vehemently cried out, but the priests beat a drum that the father might not hear the voice of his son, and his heart might not be moved. And I want to make sure you come back next time. Anyway, yep, Melech, yep, means king. Yeah, so Malach Judah could be king of Judah or messenger of Judah. It's whichever way you want to do it. Let's go over some fun little facts from Moloch, the Canaanite god. Oops. I love them sounding crickets. All right. Oh, by the way, this is a list that we are. So the light's kind of shine on it. Anyway, this is the gods that we're going through. I'm not going to go through all of them, because I think there's 24. I think. Anyway, on this list, anyway. So yeah. So anyway, so we've done Baal, Asherah, and now Moloch. All right. So Moloch. Ancient Canaanite god Moloch. Who is Moloch? Who is Moloch in Canaanites mythology? Associated with child sacrifice. All right, the cult of Moloch is believed to have been practiced by the people of the Levant region from at least the early Bronze Age. And images of the bullish head with a child burning in its belly persist until the medieval time. So, and I think that was a few hundred BC until, well, Well, actually, it didn't stop in medieval times. Like they said, it's even still going on today. Um, so yeah, pretty sure it's still going on. In fact, yeah, you could probably easily look that up. And you really don't have to if you know what's going on. I mean, just think of Hollywood. I mean, for starters. Uh, so Malak, also Malak. Um, I wouldn't doubt if it was on a list for boys' names, Malak. Yeah, I was just thinking the other day how many. I heard somebody their dog's name was Zeus. I was I was, I was at the thrift shop a couple weeks ago, and I could hear the people in the back. The workers were just they just had a sheet up, and so in the store, so they're right behind the sheet. You can hear them talking. Anyways, talking about her old dog used to be just so nice, and she got this new dog now. That old dog died, and she got this new dog, and his name is Zeus, and it's just gone crazy. And it's really hard to handle, but she loves him, and she's trying to be patient. There's an older lady, anyway. I thought, I wonder how many people know that Zeus is a god. You know what I mean? It's a anyway. I think a lot of people name their pet Zeus, their dog Zeus, and don't even know who Zeus is. And they're surprised when the thing raises hell in his other house. Anyway, but I know what she's talking about. I can totally relate, man. Because Spencer was just like, he was always just so perfect and just never a problem, ever a problem. And then you got, you got Wazzy, who was just wound tight as just and Caleb hopping the fence trying to getting and anyway, just like man, and you know, get when it's all trained and stuff perfectly for so many years and then all of a sudden they're gone. You got this wild puppy who's just out of their mind. Anyway, um, so yeah, anything else about Moloch? Um, yeah, so when they're talking about passing your children to the fire in the Old Testament, that's what they're talking about. I don't think it's in the New Testament. Or yeah, actually, Acts did quote talk about Moloch. It's crazy because Moloch and Remphan. It's a popular pet name. I know a few people with that dog. That name. I know, isn't it crazy? There's a lot of people name their dog that, and I don't know. I don't think. I probably would have named his dog Zeus because it's a cool name. But I would have never known who it was before. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even have probably have bothered to look it up. Um, but anyway, yeah, it's a very popular dog name. So anyway, but yeah, she's anyway. I totally can relate, man. Yeah, and plus you're older now. It's like, oh man, what did I get myself into? It's out of his mind. You get spoiled, you know what I mean? Your dog's perfect, best dog in the whole world. And then when he passes away and you get, you gotta start from scratch. That's all there is to it. Um, so yeah. Anyway. See anything else? Canaanite God. Kathy, can you pull up Amos again? That was the other god name they referred to. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I was gonna look that up too, because look at chewing, right? Chewing. So did you talk about this, Moloch and chewing? Yeah. Yeah, hold on a second. Chewing. I'm gonna pull that up real quick. Chiun. Is that what you're talking about? I'm gonna see what this one is. A word that only occurs once in scriptures, and that in an obscure and variously interpreted passage in Amos 5:26. What is chewim in the Bible? I've never heard that word. Chewing? They only say it once. What is chewing in the Bible? Oh, planet Saturn. Oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah, look at what is chewim in the Bible. There is a general agreement among Bible scholars, however, that both Remphan and Chewin refer to the planet Saturn. So Remphan, the star of Israel, and Chewin refer to the planet Saturn. Whoa. Remphan and Chewin are, wow. Yeah, very interesting. In fact, let's see. What is the meaning of the name Chewin? The idol made by the Israelites in the wilderness. Whoa! Oh, remember? The idol made by the Israelites in the wilderness. Chewin. A statue, perhaps of Saturn. And they weren't talking about I don't think they're talking about the planet Saturn. I think Saturn got named. I think that came later. Chewin Saturn. There's a lot of people with the last name Chewin. Or Chiun. 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 Project Lucifer. Oh, here you go. Pinterest. Oh, check this out. Moody Planet. Oh, wow, what a rabbit hole. Okay. So, here, I'm going to pull this up. 9 Renfem chewing ideas. Seal of Wow, look at this. 9 Renfem chewing ideas. Seal of Solomon's Saturn cult. See, I knew that Solomon, that's always been, here you go, stream. Look familiar? Star of Remphan, Star of Saturn. Yep. Related content. Look at Talisman of Saturn. Look at that. Hi, Omar. Good to see you tonight. Yeah, crazy, huh? The big 3 monotheistic religions lead to Saturn. Look at North Pole Saturn hexagon. 20 cube hexagon Star of David. There's where you get your Saturn cube, your black Saturn cube. And that's if you unfold that cube there. Here. Good to see it, Omar. Hope you had a wonderful day. A Wonderful Wednesday. So if you unfold that cube, you get the cross. See that? Wait, this thing's hard to control. So unfold the cube, you get the cross. And Star of Remphan, Star of David, or Star of Lucifer. He's got it on his hat, the side of his hat. Yep, Star of Remphan, which as the pentagram and it's weird. Look at Megan David, like just like Morgan David. Remember that wine, Morgan David? Nothing to see but the Israel flag. Yeah, nothing here. Oh, I'm just a dead end. The Saturn myth. Huh. Interesting. This symbol was condemned in the Old Testament. This symbol was condemned in the New Testament. King David had nothing to do with this symbol, evil symbol. Amos 5:26 and Acts 7:43, the ones that we just read, actually. Yeah, blessings to Omar. Hope you had a wonderful day. Yeah, it couldn't have been nicer weather, just in the 70s today. Anyway, crazy, huh? And of course, on your dollar bill, you also have the Star of Remphan right there. Of course, you have the Owl of Moloch. Let's see, Moloch. Which also has, besides the big, that one, you also have that at Bohemian Grove. And you guys, Mark Twain did not sacrifice babies. Some skeletons must be coming out of the closet over there. Anyway, there you go, Bohemian Grove. That's where our presidents in the United States, that's the presidents meet. With a 40-foot statue of Moloch owl. Man. And if you hear drums beating and trumpets blowing, you better run. Anyway. So yeah, not a fun god to follow. It's gonna cost you. Well, it's gonna cost somebody. One second, I got it. I mean, there's maybe there's no other way to piece this thing except for killing children. So I don't think there's any other way you can really worship this thing. Anyway, but the owl also represents Moloch, the owl god. I turn it up so I can see. All right. Anyway. So, yep, tomorrow is Thursday, Thor's Day, of course, also known as Thor's Day. So, I guess I'll wrap it up and say goodnight and listen to the crickets chirp. Beautiful. So, Grace, were you here? Did you see? I don't think you saw this. Check this out, Grace and Omar. This is my window. This is the hole in my window where the hawk went through. Here's the hole in my window. There it is. So I'm not sure if this was like his head and his beak. Well, thank you, Grace. Let's see if I can get. Yeah, that's the hole that left in my window. There you go. You see it? That's the hole the bird left. So I don't know if these were his wings or if like that's his head, his beak. That was one wing. Here's the other wing, and this is tail. And here's some. Weird. Yeah, that's the hole that the bird left in my window. Dang, that bird did some damage. Hope you're able to get it fixed. I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to get the glass up and bring it to the hardware store. Yeah, that's a giant window too. That's like a 4-foot window. That thing was huge. It was a hawk. I can show you the bird and the feather. His front of his feathers, tail feathers in the back. It's definitely a hawk. It's a giant hawk. Yeah, that's the hole it left. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see it reflecting off the glass here, I think. Yeah. A glass shattering was, yeah, I know. Yeah, just all of a sudden I had heard glass all over the porch. I thought like cats were in a fight or something. I don't know what happened. And I thought it was a squirrel because it was in the potted, it was in an empty clay pot, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the hole that it left. Weird, huh? Yeah, weird. Anyway. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, crazy. Anyway. All right. Well, thanks for coming in tonight, guys. Good to see you, Omar. Good to see you, Grace. Anybody else that came in? Thanks for coming in. If you're listening on the replay, thanks for listening on the replay. And I hope you all have a good rest of the evening. Have a listening on the replay. I hope you're having a good day or whatever you're doing. Yeah, there's the window like that. That's the whole picture there. Yeah. Glad you were not close and didn't get cut by. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I saw a video where a hawk came through and broke through the glass and started attacking everybody, so I'm glad that didn't happen either. Is that what it's like? All right, love, prayers, blessings to you too, Grace. Thanks for coming in, everybody. And anyway, hope to catch you on the flip side. All right, good night, y'all. All right, good night, everybody.